I'm sitting there. I'm like, all right. So does Hollywood want the old white generals to hate progress or love progress? Do they want?
I think it depends on what old white guy you are.
No, it's whatever Hollywood's pushing.
Okay.
Do we hate progress? Do we like progress? Whatever makes him a villain, that's what they hate. Right? If Tom Cruise was like, if his whole work was about unmanned vehicles and really trying to get this new technology to take off, this guy would be like, it's about pilots in seats. It's about men in the air.
Once again, another flagship episode. Happy Monday.
We're going to get the laughs in. We're going to have a good time.
You guys are going to give me more gray hairs.
Just go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
Dude, I can't take it.
Welcome back to the Wacky Wonderful Wiseworks podcast. All you guys, gals, geeks, and goofballs.
Woo!
That's good.
Yeah.
Josh, we did it.
He did it.
New season.
He's been
new
practicing.
Me, new hair. New facial hair.
A new stash.
Yeah.
Should we change the Patreon tier that's $4 from Good Little Italians to Mr. Mustache?
Nah.
We're not Italians anymore.
We're 1%.
A good little bit Italian.
Change it to 1%.
Yeah.
1%.
1% Italian.
Yeah, heck, good little 1% Italians. So I watched a new show on HBO Max.
Oh, no.
And I have solidified a celebrity crush.
Oh.
Yeah?
That I had a suspicion was always there.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. It happens. It's against your will.
Huh?
It's that guy. I know the guy you're talking about. He's in that show.
So I watched.
He hasn't aged like at all.
HBO is doing a show called The Time Traveler's Wife. It's based on a novel, from what I understand. And Rose Leslie, the lady who plays Ygritte in Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? She's
the wife. I just wanted to test it out, and I just was glued to the TV for 5 episodes.
Because of her? Because it's a good show.
It's a good show, but I would say she's doing about 60 to 70% of the work that's keeping me motivated. She's so pretty.
But the guy...
She's so pretty.
But the guy...
But the guy...
I don't care about him.
Is he good?
Yeah, he's good. He's
Time
good.
Traveler?
Yeah. Overall, the show is good. It's HBO standard quality. It's not like crazy, but it's really well done as far as story and everything. And I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And gosh dang it,
is it one season?
They're rolling out the first season currently. So Sunday's a new episode.
Oh, okay, per week. Okay. We saw it. And I chose not to watch it because
there's a movie, which I assume you haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna spoil the ending because I'm assuming they're probably gonna do the show. It's gonna go longer, obviously, than the movie.
Yes,
but I assume it's probably gonna have a lot of the same story beats.
I'm sure.
I can't tell you how it ends.
I don't really want to know how it ends. I want to be completely invested, which I am currently. So if you like really well-written love story dramas with a splash of sci-fi, just a finger flick of sci-fi, just
how many more
like
episodes
baptizing a baby?
Yes.
How many more episodes in this season?
Like a spring.
I don't know how many more there is.
Oh yeah, I want to let you guys know. I canceled my HBO Max, so like after this week it's probably gonna be done.
You're a liar. You're a liar. Don't take this away from me.
That would be funny. Wait till you're really invested in a show.
I'm gonna
cancel HBO Max.
That would be rotten of you. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up Rose Leslie, just her picture. So if the audience doesn't know who I'm talking about,
that's Kit Harington.
Yeah, they're married.
They're married.
Yeah, I know.
In real life. Jon Snow and Ygritte, they're like, the show wouldn't give it to us, so let's do it in real life.
Right.
It's the preferred love story.
Oh,
She's so pretty. She's so pretty.
Light, but
Isn't she pretty?
She's cute.
She's beyond gorgeous.
Cute. Not my type,
Yeah, I don't know about me either.
but she is cute.
She's so pretty.
No.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Alright.
Other than it's my newfound obsession.
Okay.
And so I will
The
be
time
giving you guys a
traveler's wife.
play-by-play of my thoughts and feelings
Okay.
Every week.
Every week.
every week until the show's done, and then I might cry. So
You should just go back and watch Game of Thrones.
you're right. These shows live forever.
Josh, not you, Josh, my cousin Josh, I was talking to him on the phone and he was like, oh, there's this show. And he's like, you got to watch it. I cried like at the end of every episode. I was like, that makes me not want to watch it.
What is it called?
I don't remember.
Why would you bring it up?
I think I know how to find it, but I don't remember exactly what it's called.
Wow.
Somebody
Everywhere, all the time.
Something lives alone. So and so lives alone. It's about a 4-year-old kid. who's
Okay.
living by himself.
The boy who
Apparently
lives
it's like
alone.
a drama.
Okay.
Yeah, it's animated. So
Gotcha. Well, when you get the actual title, let me know. I like crying at shows. I like crying at episodes. I like crying at movies. Just as a quick teaser, we are going to be giving an extensive review of Top Gun, and we will save our thoughts and feelings until then. But first, we have an opener.
mhm.
All right. Now, you guys, I didn't tell you about this.
I saw it. I have
know what it
done
is?
some dabbling in on my own in research for.
You guys are a fan of them cheesy, shape-shifting werewolf movies.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
I-
classify this as that, but I say we should just watch it and then we'll talk about it.
I've forgotten the name of it. Hold on. The name is pulled up. The Imperfects. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the name of the show.
yeah.
And here's a really cool screen grab.
Yeah, it looks almost like a Peruvian.
It looks more hyena-esque.
Have you ever seen the Peruvian hairless dogs?
Yeah.
Looks like that.
Let's watch the trailer.
Yeah,
See what kind of cheese it grants us, and then give our thoughts.
yeah. Uh-oh.
You remember Dr. Sarkov?
Not Sarkov.
He experimented on all of us with better conditioning. You,
He's already drawn pictures of werewolves.
Tilda,
Tola.
we all had
Ooh.
adverse reactions.
We're not even human anymore.
Technically, no. Well, that's fucking great. If we're not human, what are we?
Lichen.
You're
I think I'm gonna wait for them.
That's it. That's
So I think only the boy is.
Yeah.
That's what it
she's
seems.
clearly something else.
That's what it seems. It kind of feels like, the Miss Perfect. What is it? I've already forgotten the name. This is a weird name.
the Imperfects.
The Imperfects.
Yeah.
Miss Perfect.
I kept, my brain was thinking Miss Perfect.
Miss Perfect.
So the Imperfects.
Mm.
It looks like the boy is a werewolf of some kind. Does this seem anything, since it's flirting with werewolves, does it seem up your alley at all?
Maybe not.
I could see myself watching it and maybe enjoying it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know because the one girl is like screaming in a mic and it blew out windows and stuff. So she clearly has some sort of auditory,
Like X-Men.
X-Men,
Yeah.
Black Canary type thing.
Yes.
That's DC. That's not X-Men.
This is a movie, right?
I think it's a show.
Okay. Yeah.
He's-
That's what it
he's-
feels like, a show.
Monster
I'm
dingo.
not really sure.
And the other girl has some
Monster.
sort of
Gooey substance.
she had goo and then she had powder. she likes
Her neck was
gooey
glowing.
powder.
so she's doing something.
Yeah.
So this is a classic story of like crazy scientist does experiments on unwilling participants.
Right. So the my one hang up is like the dialogue from the trailer. It's like, you remember that scientist and he experimented on us without our permission?
Hey,
I was like,
hey.
John Mark and I wrote this story probably 100 different times as kids. Scientist traps kids and experiments and creates monsters,
werewolves,
or half robot machine things, or superheroes, and
or rescue heroes.
I don't think.
With their big feet.
Yeah, they were obviously created in a lab.
Yeah. Good stability.
Yeah, like what is it, Billy Blazes?
Yeah.
But that's it's a basic idea. But
So is this prompting you to watch it at all? Because I want to tell you.
I feel like I have to. I mean, because this looks good.
Does it?
It look like, not the show necessarily, because I haven't seen it.
This
But
looks good.
This picture looks
It's
cool.
good. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, man. I watched this. I have zero interest. So either they just did not market to people like me, or just overarching. This is a very underwhelming. This is a very underwhelming teaser for something that they're supposed to be getting hype around.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I don't feel great about the show either.
It'll if it doesn't hook me in the first episode.
You know what was
Let me confirm to see if this is a
decent-
show or not.
a decent werewolf show? It wasn't. It was a werewolf show, but I wouldn't consider it just a werewolf show. Was, I need to look this up. Josh Gad.
Mm-hmm. What is? Are you looking up the title?
The title of the show.
Okay.
It's the new one that's on Peacock with, that he just did. Wolf Like Me. It was more of a, I would say, romance, like cheesy, funny romance show than werewolf, but that was good.
But it had the werewolf element.
It had the werewolf element.
Okay.
The cast is Josh Gad and
What's her name?
I'm not gonna ask you.
Isla Fisher.
Isla Fisher.
I could have read that. What is it, Isla?
What was the consensus? Is it a show?
It's a show.
Okay.
10
you watch
episodes.
Yeah,
10
yeah.
episodes.
10 episodes of this?
Of this?
I'm not sitting around for 10 episodes of this.
Maybe.
I'm gonna be honest. If
it doesn't get me in the first episode,
then you're out. I'm done, Netflix.
and if the first episode I'm like maybe, and I watch the second episode and it doesn't get me in the second episode, I'm out.
And
I'm
because
gone.
of these reasons, I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm out.
But yeah, that's the Imperfects.
The Imperfects, underwhelming. Netflix is dropping a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Something called Geeked Week. I don't know what that is.
Geek Week?
Geeked Week.
Geeked Week.
I don't know if they're dropping like sci-fi monster
There's something
teasers
about
for things right
May, June, July.
now. August, September, October, November, December.
No,
Christmas.
just May,
months of
June,
the year.
July. For movie releases, I don't know if it's the summer thing.
Yeah, kids
And
are
then-
out of school.
And then December,
Mm-hmm.
we get a lot of movie
Listen,
reviews.
since
Reviews.
Since cinema, summertime, where people are, out of school, kids are out on the town doing fun things.
You know what's coming out in 2 days?
The men are back from war.
You know
Because
what's,
war doesn't happen during the summer.
you know what's coming out this weekend?
Hold on.
Last weekend?
Hold
That
on.
last semester of war was
was rough.
rough.
I'm not looking forward to September, bro.
Finals are coming.
But look, my final is coming up. Why are we joking about this?
A war?
I was just going to say, people go out on the town during the day, during the summer. They're at the beach. They're with the girls. They're dancing. They're dirty dancing, in fact. And then they go to a movie at night.
Yeah.
Saturday night at
The movies.
Or it's
Guess what picture you see?
I I can see like you're at home on a Saturday, you're doing some cleaning or something, you throw on that new Netflix
Wait,
show.
what? Cleaning?
No, not
What's that?
cleaning?
Imperfects Netflix show that has 10 episodes. It's a good cleaning show. Why are you laughing through?
Did you guys see the Troll trailer?
No.
It was called Troll. It was
No, I
like
didn't.
50 seconds.
Trolls or just trolls?
It's called Troll.
Should I pull it up?
It's in German.
Oh, that's why we didn't. That's why we didn't.
But
see
it looked really cool, and it like has a
Netflix?
yeah. The Troll looked really cool. It was
All right, I'm curious about the Troll. Let me find this
I know
Troll.
you guys aren't into reading.
Is this a Netflix film?
Yeah,
Okay, so let's see.
no, it's called Troll. Right there, teaser. Right there.
Where?
Between Jamie Foxx and the cartoon.
Right here.
Yeah.
Between Jamie Foxx. The snow-clad. Ooh.
Whoa.
That's cool. He's done. I think he's done.
Oh,
That's it.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
I could muscle my way through German for some cool visuals like that,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
The
I could do it.
the German shows have been pretty good.
Better than the Korean shows?
The what?
The Korean?
The Korean shows have been the Korean shows. There's been some good Korean shows.
Yeah, yeah.
The Korean.
The Korean.
The Korean.
There's a lot more foreign stuff on Netflix. That's pretty good. as
Freaking,
well.
I've always wanted to watch Dark, and I've tried 3 times. I've tried
Dark?
thrice.
It's good.
I know that's what I
Have you
hear.
tried-
Let me interrupt the podcast for just one moment. We have a Patreon, and we do all kinds of cool stuff, including early content for like this podcast a week ago, a week early. We also have the Midnight Special a week early. So if that's something that you're interested in seeing, some exclusive content like movie commentaries, pre-shows that we do each week for the podcast, go check out the Patreon. The link is in the description. We would greatly appreciate it. Let me stop taking up all your time. Let's get back to the conversation.
Parasite? We watched Parasite.
I didn't watch Parasite,
We
no.
we
We did watched
watched
Parasite.
it, and for the people who like Parasite out there, this is my really quick 30-second movie review of Parasite. It was very odd. I'm not used to the Korean films. The dialogue and the being in a different language was not the problem for me. It was the nature of the film was weird.
Mm-hmm.
But
What do you mean by nature? Are you talking about...
you gotta watch the movie. You gotta watch the movie.
Well, it's going to tickle everyone's fancy a little different.
It was kind of, you know,
wasn't my thing.
little bit of humor, a little bit of like uneasy, kind of made you uneasy, but also kind of a little bit of thrill, put you on edge a little bit.
Because of
I
the
like it.
parasites.
No.
No?
It has nothing to do with Parasites.
Yeah.
Really?
I thought it did too. I thought it would be to me like real thrilling, all this jazz. Not really.
No, it's
Not really. Totally different.
It's
Totally different
about
than what I
it's
thought.
about a poor family that leeches off of a rich family.
and has a toilet
Parasite.
in the wall.
They did have a toilet up on the wall. That was weird.
What do you mean?
Granted,
You gotta
I
watch
don't
it.
know about the projects in Korea, so
I don't either. So
I say let's go ahead and get started on what you came for. We're talking about Top Gun.
I think it would have been really cool if you hit a button and the Top Gun theme started playing.
But first,
Aw.
don't aw this. Thank you, Daniel and Katie
Daniel and
Lilly.
Katie.
Thank you guys for being a Patreon
I meant,
supporter.
aw.
Aw, you guys are cute. You're cute.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys mean the world to us. The fact that you chose to support us financially over on Patreon, for the perks that we give you, but still, you add value to our work. Nothing we can do can add value, only what you do. And so we thank you to all the people that do support us in this way. And we encourage you that if that's something you're interested in or want to do, we would be so very happy for you to join the crowd.
The more Patreon supporters we get, the more content we can put up on Patreon.
For sure. We linger a little heavy on YouTube because we're growing, you know. But when we start to see some good Patreon numbers, we know that it's not just the early perks, it's not just some exclusive perks, it's not just, you know, the perks we have. You can go see them. But it's actually, we could do some serious exclusive stuff that's really fun and well produced.
I don't know if we've mentioned it yet on the podcast, but we've changed up the tier thing. So the $10 tier gets all the stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So the $10 tier, you get all of the
it was
content.
$25.
It was $25.
$10 get everything.
Yeah, $10 you get everything. If you want to support us more financially, you can always do the $25, but you get everything on the 10. And we really appreciate, because we appreciate the people who are on there.
This is not about promoting the Patreon as much as
thank you, Daniel.
Yeah.
And thank you, Katie, because you guys are already out here.
Yeah, you're already on the Patreon.
Balling with us out of control. Top Gun. Ready? Highway. I'm just kidding. Look, I was actually thinking, what?
We all start talking at the same. I seriously thought you were gonna hit a button. It was gonna go down.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. But listen, I will say this: if ever there was a time during our podcast, every time we hear a jet, to give a salute, it's
or take a shot,
it's this episode.
No, not taking a shot.
You'd be blackout drunk by the time you finish this movie. Every time you hear a jet.
Look, on this episode, when we hear a jet, everybody in the audience and us, we salute. Because that's what we're talking about. Them jet fighter pilots just, dog fighting up in the air.
Yeah.
We watched this movie. You guys watched it twice. And I need some thoughts.
We enjoyed it so much that we watched it twice. we kind of look.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't even know where to begin.
Okay, I would say this: Tom Cruise. How well did he keep himself from being all Tom Cruise-y on the screen?
It was decent. It wasn't all Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Did it feel like Maverick?
Maverick is Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Maverick's Tom Cruise. I mean, that's who he is in his mind as well.
You think?
I'm positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
100. He's not even in these takes where he's riding motorcycle. He's not wearing a helmet. Nothing.
Nope.
He is this person.
He just smiling
in his mind.
with a tooth that's in the center of his face.
Center face tooth.
Center face tooth. He definitely got veneers.
You think?
Yeah. Because remember, he used to have that goofy, like, his I don't know what you call these, but they used to be goofy looking.
What, his lips?
No, the teeth.
Oh, where his teeth kind of pushed like on that. Yeah.
And he don't got that anymore.
He's got him all straight. I feel like we should say something, okay? Because people are they might hit the time code in the description and they'll be right here and they're like, what did these people think? What are they reviewing? Top Gun was awesome, okay?
Top Gun was about, if I was going to rate it, it was fantastic. It was the best movie. No, Ready Player One was still better.
You're insane. You're insane if you think Ready Player One was better than this movie.
What did you think?
It was a dang near perfect summer blockbuster.
Oh yeah, I walked out, gave it a 9 out of 10. As at that holds.
Summer blockbuster goes, it was good.
It's everything that a summer blockbuster should be.
Yeah.
When they say summer blockbuster and you're thinking action, you're thinking adventure, you're thinking the characters don't matter as much. This has the first two, and it has the second.
It gives you the characters.
It gives you characters that you like to see on screen.
Maverick.
To be honest, they had a lot of callbacks, but they didn't feel unwarranted.
Yeah, no, it
They
felt
didn't
like
feel cheesy callbacks.
yeah,
They
it
felt
felt
good.
legit. I think
Absolutely.
I think probably the cheesiest that the movie gets is the bar scene smack talk between the Top Gun students. That's probably the cheesiest that it gets. But you know, you kind of need that scene. You need everybody kind of, you know, fluffing their tail feathers a little bit, stunting on each other.
Mm-hmm.
You need
Well,
that a little
and I
bit.
mean that's kind of a callback to
Yeah.
the first one where Goose and Maverick were kind of like doing their thing, and then you know he meets the girl who's gonna be teaching him at the Top Gun, and then she just happens to be their teacher.
Yeah.
Before this movie, I
Yes.
said this on the Hot Ones episode. What did I say?
I don't
Told
remember.
you we all said,
You said,
best actor.
I'm shaking.
Yes, I did say that. Now
This is what you said.
It's hot. He said, it's hot.
He said,
This apple. It's hot. It's really hot.
I don't know.
what did you say during the Hot Ones?
We went around, said one of the best, not well-known actors.
You said Miles Teller.
I said Miles Teller. That was
Miles
before
Teller.
I saw this movie.
Miles Teller
Okay.
killed it.
He killed it.
He did.
He
Yeah.
killed it.
He did an amazing job.
He's Goose 2.0.
Yeah.
He's
I would-
Rooster's a better
I would-
character than Goose.
I would say he is Goose 5.0.
5.0. Is that even a thing?
The thing about
I don't know.
the thing about the movie, I think they did really well. Josh said the callbacks to the old one. They have the pictures. They have, but the pictures, when they show the pictures or the flashbacks or the memories, they feel really organic.
Yeah.
They feel really natural. Like Tom Cruise Maverick is thinking about these things.
Mhm.
He's feeling the emotions or the loss or, you know, just missing his friend. Right? And it felt very natural. And I think even
Yeah.
if you haven't seen the first movie, that kind of the way that they presented it, you can get into the character's head and resonate with him.
You can. I would still recommend watching the first one.
I would recommend watching it,
As
but
kind of cheesy
you don't
as
have
it
to.
is.
but
don't
the
have to.
You
but
absolutely
the way
don't
that,
have to.
The way that they filmed this, I don't think you would need to.
You would enjoy it more,
Yeah, you would.
but
So-
you don't have to watch the first one.
Before we get into the kind of the actors and all this stuff, this is where the spoiler stuff comes in. Right off the bat, we were watching it, and I lean over to Wyatt, and I'm like, "It's Star Wars. It's the classic." And he goes, "Yeah, it's a classic trench run." You know, they're
Right.
going through the trenches. I was like, "It's Star Wars." It gave us way more than Star Wars. I thought it would end after the kind of the fly battle scene,
Mhm.
but it gave us more than that.
So the plot for the movie is there is a uranium plant. It's in this kind of valley,
yeah.
gully thing. You're gonna have to fly really low through valleys, then up into this kind of pit, shoot it, and get out of there.
But
right?
getting out of there
Star
is
Wars,
like
but
Yeah,
straight up a mountain, and you have to get out of there fast.
yeah, and
Which means the G's are heavy.
the reason you're you know flying way down low is because there are fighter jets that are more advanced than yours, and you
and the
don't.
sensors and stuff.
And there's missiles at the top
Yeah.
of the mountains that'll shoot you if you go up above,
Mhm.
right? This is a nameless enemy. There's no face on this enemy. There's no that's it.
And do you think it was needed?
It's not needed.
Exactly.
None of they say this is what's happening. You got to teach them to fly this. They don't say who this enemy is, why they're, you know,
What their motivation
what
is?
their motivation is.
All
It's
we know
just-
is that enemy of America.
all they
Blow them up.
destroy this uranium plant because
Yeah.
it's illegal.
I also liked that because it was a specific mission, they brought back a lot of the top people of their class, essentially. And it wasn't this new people
Yeah.
going to Top Gun. It was people who had been there before,
Mm-hmm.
but they needed to be taught a specific way to fly
Right.
for this mission that
Right.
only Maverick really has done.
This is Maverick teaching already skilled fighter pilots.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's such a difficult mission, and it's something where, you know, they're experienced pilots. They've been through the training, but they don't have the experience that he has.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They haven't.
Or the skill.
He says that all they've done is fly high and drop bombs.
Yeah.
You know, they've never flown, you know, this low to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
He has to teach them the specific way to fly.
Which I was super excited. There was a lot of butthole tight moments in this film.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. But one really fun part was when they kept training, and no one could get it. And they're like, yeah, it's impossible. You can't do this. It's theoretically works, but it doesn't actually work. And so he's told he's not allowed to get back in a plane, not in a government plane.
He's not teaching the class.
He's done. And then he's like, I'm just going to hijack one and I'm going to do it. I'm going to prove that it can be done on the practice course.
Right. Faster than the time. They said 2 minutes, 30 seconds. He does it in like a minute 15.
Yes.
2:15. He does it in 2:15.
Yeah.
So cool, that moment. And they're seeing like just I guess they're
The
seeing
little
like the dot, like the screen that has like the tracking.
So that's where my complaint comes in.
What do you mean?
The movie was a good movie. I would watch it again a third time, to be honest.
Okay.
But that's where I feel like we get the Tom Cruise-ness of it, because he's like, 2:15, I've got it. Boop. I would have loved, because they were supposed to do it in like, 4 minutes, and he put 2:15 on the clock. I would have loved him to do it in 2:20. Just not make it, but still break the record so he can prove his point. But it's not like, be like, oh, Maverick is
A perfect pilot.
Maverick is good, but he's not infallible that he can't. He still has limits.
Yeah, I think
That's what I would have loved to see.
I think one complaint about the movie is Maverick is infallible.
Yeah.
His biggest
His flying and
his
stuff, yeah.
biggest flaw is that he cared too much about Rooster.
No, okay, here's the thing. You're thinking about it in pros and cons of the character.
Right.
Don't think of it that way. Think of it this way. What does the character need to learn? In the first Top Gun, he needed to learn that he did need to take more control of what was happening in the air because it got Goose killed.
Right.
At the same time, what's the thing in this film? He's already been flying his entire career. Flying is not a problem for him. At this point, now it's patching up the heartache that he has associated with people that he loves and cares about.
I need to learn when to let this kid be his own person.
Yeah, this is his problem is relationally, not flying.
It's not, the movie's not about how good he is, even though it partially is about how good he is.
But also think about this, his character,
but
Maverick.
that's supposed to be that's the character.
Yeah.
I mean, we jumped right into like the mission and everything, but I don't want to skip over the amazing Dark Star sequence. The incredible. What is this?
Just the classic
What's this guy's name? What's this guy? He's on radio. He's on.
I can never remember his name.
He's on.
He played a fantastic, general in this movie.
Yeah, upset old general guy. He plays that character in several movies.
He does, but for some reason, watching it the second time,
The Truman Show.
I enjoyed how he played that character. I was like, this guy, I wish he played the Top Gun general.
Do we know
more
his name?
than the guy who actually played like the general, or you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The guy in charge of Top Gun school.
Top Gun School.
Top Gun School.
I'm looking for him in the cast.
And I have an issue with this character too.
You don't like
take
this character?
issue?
No. I have an issue with writing.
Oh yeah.
Certain writing things. The whole thing with Dark Star is it's this hypersonic jet that can go up to
His name is Ed Harris.
This guy?
Yes, Ed Harris.
Who played the other guy in charge of Top Gun?
The younger guy, or the old one, like the OG
from the old movie, or
no, not Val Kilmer.
the younger guy. John Hamm.
John Hamm.
John Hamm?
Yes. I wish he played John Hamm's
that
character.
character.
I wish he played John Hamm.
Finish your point.
So this thing flies at Mach 10. And
Explain what that is.
It's a speed.
Because everyone in podcasts and reviews just say Mach 10.
They say things.
assuming
and then-
everyone knows.
right.
I didn't know.
It's almost 8,000 miles per hour.
So
An average F-18 flies at Mach
6-ish.
Yeah. ish.
Something like that. I think when we Googled it, I think it said Mach 4. Maybe Mach 6.
Mach 5, Mach 4 to
Yeah,
6.
okay.
Right? It going really fast.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing is he has this project that he's working on, and the general's coming to shut it down.
Cold open of the film.
Yeah. The general's coming to shut it down because to move the money to for drone projects.
Drone
Yeah, right?
research.
Drone research.
Drone construction.
Non-piloted aircraft.
Right. And so my complaint is, his character's telling Tom, he's like, your days are numbered, the pilot in the cockpit, right? Eventually there will be a drone that can do everything you can do better.
And faster.
Anything you
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, so does Hollywood want the old white generals to hate progress or love progress? Do they want
I think it depends on what old white guy you are.
No, it's whatever Hollywood's pushing.
Okay.
Do we hate progress? Do we like progress? Whatever makes him a villain, that's what they hate. Right? If Tom Cruise was like, if his whole work was about unmanned vehicles and really trying to get this new technology to take off, this guy would be like, it's about pilots in seats. It's about men in the air. I'm telling you, it's whatever the
It's
narrative.
about American blood on the line.
Whatever
Let me tell you this.
whatever the old white general guy, he's gonna be bad.
But hold on.
Like, he's gonna be against the main
Tom
character.
Cruise is a white old man.
he's pretty old. I mean,
But
he may be taking the blood of.
but he's the pilot.
Well,
So
he's
we
the lead.
we care about him
Yeah.
being the pilot.
I
If
need
he
to-
was the young guy who's trying to get the drones in the air, who's trying to save
the pilot. Yeah.
save pilots, like pilots die in planes. Let's get the pilots out of the planes, right? This guy, I
gotta tell you something.
stand these robots.
I gotta tell you something, dude. I have not seen a no agenda, pro-America, that's contradictory. I've not seen a pro-America, like non-social justice, in your face film at all in a long time.
And this one, perfect.
Perfect.
It's
no
just-
agenda politically, other than, do you love America? So do we. That's it. Do you love really cool fighter pilots and military? So do we.
It was just like fighter pilots,
Mm-hmm.
That's it. There was no, and that's why they didn't put a face on the enemy.
Yeah.
That was
Right.
that was the one political move, but the thing is, like, no one
that's-
really cares about that.
That's why
We've
It's
had multiple
because
enemies.
We don't. Yeah, there's a lot of
You think-
enemies.
Because
could
it's
be.
very like America heavy. It's very popular in other countries at all.
It could be.
Could be.
I think
Because-
it's popular.
and that would make sense because there's no.
I don't know if anybody's watching from other countries, but
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. Yeah.
Tell us.
if you're like from
Australia.
Italian,
Italian, Italy.
If you're from Italian-
the Italians don't watch. They bounced.
The Italians are far
You
too.
said you said I'm 1% Italian. They bounced.
They were like, this guy's not Italian.
But what I wanted to get at with
Yeah.
this scene is it's visually gorgeous and incredible. And we talk about how, the majority of the planes, the majority of, a lot of the stuff in the movie is real.
Mhm.
There's real planes and real G's like Tom Cruise. But this scene where, the plane takes off and I'm pretty sure that plane's real. You said
No.
that plane is real.
this whole scene was real when they blew the
Yeah.
top off that building.
Ed Harris is standing right there.
Maybe not Ed Harris.
Maybe not Ed Harris, but that building wasn't
think they
supposed
put
to
Ed-
do that.
Maybe a stunt double.
It was not supposed to do
Ed
that.
Hairless.
You don't think? Okay, let me ask you this: If you have a stunt double and you have to have a head of hair like Ed Harris,
Yeah.
do they cover your hair and put on a fake head with this, or do they just lay like a fake head shape on top of your hair?
Probably.
They
Which one?
could
the
have
fake head
easily
shape?
put
Like
him
imagine
in
this is
the-
real
in the
hair,
shot afterwards.
and this is just a little dollop of skin they lay on top of the hair.
Whatever makes it work. But I'm sure they were like, all right, let's get Ed Hairless in. Ed Hairless.
Ed
But
Harris.
they could have put him in afterward too. Though.
For the rest of the movie having a lot of real planes, and for most of this sequence having,
an actual.
I don't think he's in the Dark Star. I don't think the Dark Star is flying.
Oh no!
No, you don't think?
I don't think that's actual footage of the Dark Star flying. At least
I think so.
At least not the big stuff that we see, like it going.
No, clearly not.
Right,
no.
or making that big. Right.
Imagine. I know he was taking a
Maybe.
turn
No,
slowly.
I'm gonna say it is.
But
I'm gonna say
imagine
it is.
just the
I don't think that
G's
stuff's
at
real.
Mach 10 doing that just little turn. Imagine the amount of G's you're feeling.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
completely
it's
like
unbelievable.
Imagine if you were to take any kind of hard turn, you would instantly just be jello on the wall.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't
So
think I don't
dangerous.
think any of that footage of like how fast it's going is real,
You know,
because the jet can't go that fast yet.
yeah.
They said, you know, it was really great. I saw an Instagram post from them that said it was wonderful to work with Top Gun on this,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and our company is striving to make this a reality and not a fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
So that-
I mean, no, they probably didn't go 10 G's.
No, I mean they could have had some footage of the plane in the air, but I'm talking like the outer atmosphere shot that we got. That's not obviously.
So
Maybe.
you're telling me there's a company out there.
No, there's no way they have a plane going that fast for that shot.
I believe, Wyatt.
No.
I
So wait, hold on.
believe
You're telling me
it's
that there's an
true.
actual company
No,
that's
I
not
don't believe-
investing in
I know.
drones. They're not investing in drones, but instead they are saying American asses in seats.
Yeah, in the Dark Star.
That's what they want.
Well, they're
I'm gonna be honest. I'm on Ed
You're
Harris'
with Ed
side. I'm
Harris.
like, why are we putting men in the air?
Because
When-
of control.
because
Response time is probably faster and stuff.
could be. I mean, when a dude could be like doing the same thing, sitting in a chair, controlling that drone.
Yeah, and if the
Yeah.
drone blows up, no one's dead.
Right. But it could be a connection thing. It's like
Yeah.
how much lag is there between this movement and this movement of the plane,
Yeah.
right? Whereas a pilot in the seat, when he does this, the plane does this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not privy to government secrets yet.
Well, a lot of people say that
Do we have a shot of
UFOs
them in the plane?
just not that plane, just the jets.
Okay, that works.
If you're a creator online, you do freelance videography or any kind of contractual creative work, and you need music that's copyright free, that's not going to get you in trouble with YouTube copyright search bots and all of the algorithms trying to find all the infringements you try to pass, go no further. We use Soundstripe here at Wiseworks, and it has not steered us wrong in any count. It's actually really fun to go through and look at all of the different categories, all of the different genres, all of the different vibes of the music, and select which one's gonna be the best and most creative choice for that specific body of work or that specific project you're working on. And if you use the link in the description, that's our link, and at checkout, use WiseWorks10, that's promo code WiseWorks10, you will get 10% discount off on your first purchase. So we really appreciate using our link in the description if this is something you are interested in getting a subscription to for your content. Let's get back to the episode. There is conspiracies about, they do think that these UFO sightings are, if it's actually true that it's not our government. It's someone's government, and it's probably drones, because the way that these things move, no one could physically man a ship that's moving the way that does.
That's the other thing about drones is you don't have to worry about the G's.
You don't. If you have the correct structure for your equipment to handle the G's, you're good as gold. But with all of this, I don't think they had Tom actually fly the jets. I think he was.
So that's what I was gonna say. Tom Cruise actually has his license to fly in a jet like this.
Fly in a jet or fly the jet?
Fly
this
a
jet.
jet like this. Only Tom Cruise can, though. All the other actors don't have licenses like that. But I looked this up because I was curious how they filmed all this. All of it is an actual plane, but it's a 2-seater jet where there's an actual pilot
In front of you.
here, and then they put them in the back seat and set up the cameras to make it look like it's a 1-seater.
And all the Top Gun like students and like the actors got up into the. We saw that clip.
Yeah,
where they got up into the planes and got to experience.
Well,
it.
all the plane stuff of them in the planes, that's all real.
Yeah.
The one thing I did want to say that's cool about this is we kind of saw this with that Jake Gyllenhaal 911 film that came out on Netflix not too long ago.
Yeah.
Where they were kind of filming themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jake did a lot of like just him and another person or him by himself filming these scenes. They had to do the same thing in these jets.
Yeah.
The actors had to be taught how to use the camera, where to make sure it's set up and how they monitor it, and then record themselves. And me doing video, I'm like, that's not that hard, but it does take time for people, especially in an environment like this.
Yeah.
I will say, you know, kind of getting back into some of the big jet stuff. There's a ton of jet stuff.
Tons.
There's jet stuff is half the movie,
Mhm.
which I really appreciate. Go ahead.
Really quickly before we step away from this, I want to just say this. I saw a video where Miles was talking about them flying in the jets, and he said most of the actors, because they're not used to flying, threw up every single day filming this.
Yep.
Most of them are just like, they're holding a bag and they just puke and then they film what they need to and then puke and then they film what they need to because they're going so fast and they're not used to it that they just get motion sickness.
Yeah. There's so much I want to talk about.
What? Okay, name the top 5 things that you think why this is such a good film.
Number 1, the jet stuff.
So all the practical jets,
All the
Beach
everything
football
with-
scene.
beach football scene, all the jet stuff, even the.
But what are you
CG.
talking about jets?
Every time.
Are you
there's
saying
a
it
jet.
looked good,
Yeah.
or are you saying that you were excited that the majority of it's real?
I was
Or
excited
what
that
about
I
jets?
was excited how much they were flying in jets because
Okay, so
from the
just-
moment, like from the beginning of the movie, we got Danger Zone, we got jets, we got the Dark Star Project jet flying, and then they get, you know, they there's a space of time where they're not in jets, and that's not as good. But then they get back in the jets,
and then they're in the jets the whole time.
so like the training scene where he's taking them all out is all wonderful.
Yeah,
when
jets.
he's teaching them, right? He's trying to get them to learn the pattern. Every bit.
Yeah.
Jets.
Amazing. Trying to get them to hit the target. When the dude passes out, you know, when they're flying the actual mission, there's so much stuff.
Just jets after jets. Them stealing a jet,
Stealing the jet.
and having a dogfight
Yeah.
with like 4 other
And
jets.
I mean, the CG is good. You know, they use it very well. They mix it with the practical effects very well. I mean, there's a few things, you know, like the missiles on the hill. Sometimes you're like, oh, that's not.
Yeah, but that's not as important because what we care about is the jets.
Right.
And them flying fast in that gully.
And I mean, we were watching, I don't remember which, it was probably Tom Cruise going through, like doing the
practice.
And I'm watching Joe sitting there like,
How could you not?
He's like,
How could you not? Freaking, I told you.
Tom Cruise is going, and Joe's like,
I'm his wingman, bro.
Nah.
Look,
Yeah.
I think if you're ready and willing to, you know, in your old age, retighten the sphincter, go watch this movie. It'll do the trick.
the movie hit the emotional beats. It
Yeah.
hit the action beats. Everything with Maverick and Goose is amazing.
Oh,
Val
yeah.
Kilmer, when Val Kilmer comes in.
So okay, I wanna talk about kind of the relationships besides what we see with the Top Gun students and all that stuff. Because there was kind of two relationships that we had outside of that. Val Kilmer's character, and then we had the love interest character.
Yeah.
Jennifer Connelly. Is that correct?
Connelly.
Connelly.
Is it
Connelly.
Jennifer.
Yeah. Jennifer.
What a C.
So I have something to say about this. I liked it.
She pretty.
I know you have this problem with like shoehorned in love stories, and you don't like it. I like it in the fact. Hold up, because I think it gives Tom Cruise this. He's about to retire, and he's looking for something outside of retirement. What is he gonna do once he retires from the military? He can't. He's got to
wrapping up his
life.
story.
Yeah,
wrapping up what he's.
It's clearly being with this love interest.
Yeah, no, you need that, and having and having a relationship like this where it's not all, young love and passion.
This was sweet.
It's a sweet relationship.
This was as sweet as it gets,
and it feels enjoyable to watch.
Okay, just saying, seeing her and Tom Cruise on a sailboat, and she's teaching Tom how to sail, and he's just having a great time. Just I fly jets, not sailboats. That made me happy.
I don't sail the boats. I take off of them.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Freaking, it was sweet.
Right.
And this was sad.
Yeah. I'm really happy that they brought Val Kilmer in.
Yeah.
But sad.
I would have, because they could have easily done I've seen it in a bunch of other movies where it's a sequel to an old movie. And the main character is doing their thing, and then somebody walks in and they go, "Yo, Maverick," right? And then he shows up to the funeral.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Oh, it's like they could have done he texts Ice, and then funeral."
Yeah,
but they actually put him in.
But they actually brought Val Kilmer in to do the scene, and it was very poignant. It was very emotional.
And thankful to Val Kilmer for being willing to,
Yeah, he didn't have to. He's his health is declining, and he didn't have to come in and do this movie.
But it means a lot to us that he did.
It does.
It means a whole lot, and I think everyone agrees it is beautiful. Even though it was short, his relationship with Maverick plays a big role in this film.
Yeah.
I just thought, out of all the stunts in this film, I think Tom Cruise jumping off the roof out of the window was the most impressive stunt.
I mean, I'm sure
it was a one shot, no wires, just Tom getting off the roof, putting his foot on the ledge, and falling on his back.
I would almost 100%.
60 years old.
I would almost 100% be sure that they had some sort of mat.
This is Tom Cruise.
I would be sure that he had a mat under there, and not a thick mat or something that you could actually see, but just something so that when his ankles hit, he doesn't sprain something.
Well, his ankle first hit the windowsill, and then he fell back and landed on his back,
and he did it beautifully. Yeah. As far as stunts go, he did that beautifully.
The thing is, though, it doesn't seem like a big stunt. If you turn to talk to your friend or your significant other in the film, you might have missed it.
Yeah.
But it was a big moment when you realize that Tom Cruise, although he don't look it,
he's old.
Although if you squint and they're out there playing football shirtless, you don't know which one's which. You can't pick out the 20-year-old from the 60-year-old.
Yeah. Why?
Although he don't look it, he is 60 years old.
He's got some abs, but he's also got some.
He's got some abs. Could you pick him out? When they're playing football, the sun's glowing off of their tan bodies.
Only when he got the football, he started running.
Only when you run.
To the camera.
Or he's facing the camera.
No, after he was done, he goes to sit down. He's running,
That's when you can see him.
His skin is a little bit looser than in the first movie.
But he's old.
I swear, if I looked like Tom Cruise now,
if you look
abs but a little bit of loose skin, I'd be like,
if you bring on the loose 60-year-old Tom Cruise right now, you'd be happy.
I'd be so happy.
I told him in the movie theater,
and I'm 26.
I was like, Val Kilmer is dying. and Tom Cruise has abs.
This
and
isn't fair.
pecs. It's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's because Tom Cruise did all them Mission Impossible movies. Kept
I
him
also think
young and spry and gave him a reason to live.
The fetus of the.
He's been drinking the fetus of the blood.
Yeah. Illuminati said, like,
Yeah. Well, we all knew.
yeah.
We all knew. Any final thoughts before we go? I think I love this plane. He was actually flying this plane for sure.
I want to give one like the other one hang up. I've said it before. The students have no character development aside from Goose, and Hangman gets a little bit.
Rooster.
Yeah, Goose.
Not Goose. Goose is dead, brother.
See, I was waiting for that moment.
For Goose to come back.
For Goose to come back and be like, sorry, son, I'm not dead.
Where you know he's in trouble, and Tom Cruise is like, Goose.
Misgender him?
No.
No.
Miss call him by the wrong call sign.
That's just.
Did he do that in the movie?
Did he say Goose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, the whole when they were about to eject and then Goose gets hit, he was saying Goose over and over again. He was like, Goose! Goose! Yeah. He's holding on to him as they're falling down.
No, I mean when
no.
I'm talking about when.
No, that's
did he call Rooster Goose?
Oh no, he did
at any
not.
point. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for him to call him Goose, and I'd be like, oh.
This movie made me cry twice. It's at weird moments. Obviously, at the end where Rooster and Tom Maverick, where they hug each other and they don't have to say a lot of words, they just kind of know.
Yeah,
that made me cry.
Good.
Also, weirdly, when they're about to do the mission and Maverick, we get that extreme close-up of him looking off the side of the ship. He's like, talk to me, Goose. That other guy shows up and says what Goose would say in that moment, talks to Tom, and then they play that music. It caught me in the feels, and it caught me by surprise.
Yeah. But no, the all the Top Gun students were great, but the movie is called Top Gun Maverick. It is called Top Gun Tom Cruise. And so it's about Tom Cruise's character Maverick.
They tell us the whole time who Maverick is.
Yeah.
They did it in the first movie, and they did it again. Maverick.
That's not a huge complaint with the students. It's not a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you trying to do, Joshua? Where are you going?
He wanted to go back to head hairless.
You trying to find who? You trying to find? You're going all the way back to the beginning, dude.
Oh, he just wants to.
You just want to look at Miles Teller.
Josh's crush.
Joshua's got a crush on Miles Teller.
Although when I saw him dancing on the beach, I was like,
nah.
I saw him playing the piano like Goose with those glasses at the edge of his nose. Great balls of fire. That made me kind of.
Miles, call sign Daddy.
I had to shift a little.
Teller.
Readjust.
Let's move on. Just for the people, give it your 1 out of 10.
9.
I said 8.5. I'm gonna stick with 8.7 because it's perfect.
This is tough for me.
I don't really have big qualms with anything in the film. I don't think it's a perfect film, but gosh dang it, it's super close. That's why I give it a 9.
It's a beautiful movie with only beautiful people and beautiful action. I didn't see an ugly person in this movie. Not one. Even the old dude who runs the bar, I'm like, he's kind of cute.
That scene where he's like,
he's a cute old man.
Yeah, is a girl here?
And he's like, when will she be back? Did she say when she'll be back? And he's like, no, I'm not.
I was like, yeah,
wait, you guys fixated on this old man.
I'm just saying, it was a beautiful movie with beautiful people.
Yeah. Say it. Say what your gut says. An 8?
An 8.
Dang.
An 8.
8.7.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you guys gave Batman these same ratings.
8.7.
I can't.
Yeah. I'm ranking this higher than Batman in my mind.
Maybe I can't in good conscience give a movie higher than an 8. Maybe there's something wrong with me.
You should give it a 9, dude. It's that good.
Because I'm so close to 9. I'm 8.7. I gotta go.
Dude.
You know what?
Clean sweep 9s.
9.1.
It's not. You're not giving it a 10.
9.1.
You're not giving it a 10. A 10 is still like you could round it out and fix a few of the qualms and make it perfect to a 10. But
I don't know.
9s all around.
I think it's as good as this movie could get, you know, and better.
So 9?
I guess I'll give it a 9.
9.
Wow.
I enjoyed the movie.
I enjoyed it.
I
enjoyed it. I watched it twice.
Just thoroughly enjoyed the movie. No, it's not Dune. You know, it's it's not that experience.
It's not like
Dune is perfect.
It's a fun movie.
Dune is perfect in a different way that this is perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't put this on par with Lord of the Rings. Different kind of story.
Yeah.
Different kind of film.
Yeah.
But if somebody was like, if I was having a relaxing afternoon, somebody's like, hey, you want to watch Lord of the Rings or you want to watch Top Gun Maverick? I'd probably be like, Top Gun Maverick sounds like a good time in the afternoon.
Yeah, in the afternoon. Talking late night with friends.
Because if
maybe
you know,
watch
if I'm
Lord of the
watching
Rings.
one Lord of the Rings, now I gotta watch the rest of them.
If not with you, by myself.
Right.
I'm committed. It's like Anne of Green Gables. When you start the first one, that double VHS on all 3 films. Once you start
what a deep cut, Anne of Green Gables.
Once you see those red braids and freaking what's his face? What's his name?
Let's
I don't
move
know.
on.
What's Anne of
I don't
Green
wanna
Gables'
talk-
husband's name?
I don't want to talk about Anne of Green Gables.
No, we're not talking about it. We're not talking
I don't
about
want to
it.
talk about Anne of Green Gables. We'll talk about Anne of Green Gables on a different podcast. This is for Top Gun.
The review's over.
This is for Top Gun.
Let's talk about some stunts that Tom Cruise has done, just to reminisce. And I'm going to say this. Most of them have been on Mission Impossible.
Oh, yeah.
Now, he's done stunts. He's done tons of stunts all through his career. But like some of his biggest
The big
stunts,
ones you think about?
he saves from Mission Impossible. So obviously, he climbed up the tallest building in the world.
Do you have the
Yeah.
picture of him actually sitting on the top? Not in the film, but he actually climbed very top and sat on the very top.
Do you know what this building's called? Oh,
Khalifa or something. The
Rose Khalifa,
the
rapper.
No, it's I swear that's like
Did you say
something like
Rose Khalifa?
I don't know.
It's Wiz.
Wiz Khalifa.
No, it's something like that.
Get your head on Rose.
I can't help it.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise
Sitting on top of buildings.
Tall building.
Sitting on
The Burj
building.
Khalifa. It came up. There he is. Look at that.
Dang
Like-
it.
He ain't strapped in.
He's
just
not
sitting up
strapped
there
in.
barefoot.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he
Barefoot
barefoot?
I wonder if he has toenails.
Wonder if he still got his toenails.
He's
bro.
he's got
Look
to
at
have
that.
toenails.
Look at that mug. He just cheesing.
Wow.
Oops.
Jeez, there's got to be like a helicopter or drone up there with him.
Just cheesing, bro. Here we go. Here's a
Cool.
better one. Maybe.
No, that's
It's just as bad. Oh, this is a GIF. Look at him just holding position. Be like, take the picture. Take the picture. Take the picture.
picture. Oh, wait, who's that?
Yeah, if you guys don't watch the video version,
That's a
sometimes
good
you miss
picture.
out. If you guys are listening to this on audio version, sometimes you miss out.
He went up there with jeans too.
Jeans on.
He's like,
Those don't look like they have a lot of give. Those
like-
don't look
No,
like
those are
stretch-
definitely stretchy jeans. Look at the way they hug his thighs.
what
They look tight, but
what
they're
brand of
deceiving.
jeans do you think he wears?
He wears the Joe Rogan brand, for sure.
for sure.
Yeah,
You mean
just the stretchies,
the what do you call the
the man jeggings.
Man,
yeah, the ones that are tight and that stretch?
Yeah, I have a couple of these.
I think he wears.
feel-
Joe Rogan's.
I think
Feel
he
how
wears.
stretchy the jeans I am wearing.
I don't think he's
now
wearing these. I think he's wearing
Let me
straight
look at them.
Wranglers. In my head,
Did you really get the Joe Rogan's? The Joe Rogan special?
No, it's just
What do
Joe
you mean?
Rogan. Whenever pants come up, he can't help himself. Joe Rogan was like, "Do you wear the stretchy jeans?"
What brand?
I don't know.
I need to find a good
He
brand.
can't stop talking about the stretchy jeans.
I literally
He'll
had a whole
stand up.
season of this podcast where I had like 3 pairs of my jeans rip at work. Just
you need the stretchy one.
I need them.
You need the stretchies.
You know, I actually enjoyed those Arizonas.
well, here's
you
the
gave me.
problem.
Yeah.
Here's the
Those are
problem with
nice.
stretchy
Nice.
jeans. If you go too cheap, because they're stretchy and the kind of material, when a rip starts, it goes fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a jean that can hold a tear.
I had to tell my
When
boss
they
one
start
day,
ripping, they're done. Like you're gonna have a huge hole in about 30 minutes. So you better tread lightly.
I mean,
sir.
I had to go to my boss one day, and I had my hoodie on. I'm like,
I got a hole in my butt.
I said, I got a problem. He goes, yeah? And I go, I ripped my jeans. And he goes, oh. Just like that. He goes, oh. And I go, I don't live far away. I'm going to go change, and I'll be back in like
I've done that.
15 minutes. And
No,
he's like,
you haven't done that. You will go into the bathroom, take them off, pull out your sewing kit, start
No.
stitching
I've
them
done
up.
that. I've done the. Yo, hey, Alan. Crazy story. I ripped my pants.
Crazy story, bro.
I gotta go get, new ones.
No, I remember what I told him. I said, I got a funny story. And he goes, yeah? And I go, I ripped my pants. He goes, oh. Just like
Is it
that.
pants story time? Well, let's
No.
get back to Tom Cruise.
True, yeah.
He held on to with wiring.
He had wires.
He had strapped in. The other thing he didn't.
He was holding on to the side of an airplane.
As it took
Actually,
off.
him as it took off. Now you remember, this is a bit of a dark turn.
Mhm.
Do you remember when we were evacuating the Middle East?
Yeah.
And we saw those videos of people holding onto the airplanes as they took off and bodies were just falling.
Mm-hmm.
He resonates.
Oh, because he was holding on to the side of a plane.
Why'd you have to bring up that? That
Yeah,
was
saying,
that
that
was
was
dark.
something that happened in real life, and he actually.
But he
did the
had
stunt.
wires.
He had wires.
But
they didn't
that
have
wasn't
wires.
the thing holding him on. It was the thing protecting him.
I don't know.
It was the thing protecting him. In the new one that's going to come out, he does a huge jump off of a mountain, essentially.
Do we have any more after this?
Yeah.
We have the building where he broke his foot.
Oh yeah. Is that
We
from
don't-
Mission Impossible 3?
Mission Impossible. No.
Not 3. I think it's 5.
Probably 5.
I think it's 5. He jumps
The one with Henry
between 2
Cavill.
buildings. He jumps between 2 buildings.
Oh yeah.
The roof.
I almost grabbed a picture of that.
And he stepped weird on the side, and you can see it's in the movie.
It's in the movie.
His foot goes
Where
like this.
His foot hits. And
It hits and then goes like this. It
Yeah.
turns sideways, and he climbs back up. And
Kept running.
in the movie, they kept that scene in.
and he's
But-
limping.
Yeah, but he completely shattered his ankle.
Mhm.
Dang it, man. He flew an actual helicopter in I think the same like the most recent Mission Impossible or the one before it.
Yeah.
The one before it, not Ghost Protocol, the one that came after Ghost
Yeah.
Protocol. And also in that same one, he held his breath for 6 minutes underwater.
Mm-hmm.
These are just a few of his Mission Impossible stunts.
We joke about him drinking the blood.
The blood.
But I think he's been doing something.
He's doing something. I don't know.
He's doing something.
By the way, all of those
Cybernetics.
stunts,
you think
50s.
all
of those stunts have take place in his
go
50s.
through Bud's training?
Bud's training?
Or the I think that's what they call it, the Navy SEAL training, where they like stay up for like
Probably
5 days
He's probably
straight.
done it. He's probably done it.
They stay up for 5 days straight, and you have to go through like
If it's for
insane
I'll
amount
say
of
this.
training.
If it's for a movie role, yeah, he could do it. If it's not going to give him anything on the screen, he might not do it.
I want to say, we were talking about David Goggins earlier. I'm pretty sure it's either 2 or 3 times David Goggins has gone through this training.
Mm-hmm.
Hell Week? Are you talking about?
It's
called Hell Week.
That's Shark Week.
It's worse than just basic, but like it's for it's to get into
It's called Hell Week, bruh.
or whatever. It's
where they keep you on the
one
verge of
time, I think he
hypothermia
like
all
broke a
week.
bone or something,
Mm.
and they had to pull him out. The second time, he exhausted his body so much that he was spitting up blood,
Mm-hmm.
and they made him quit because he was spitting up blood and like essentially about to die. And then the third time he passed.
Nice.
David Goggins.
Have you guys seen the video? It's on one of those like YouTube channels like Wired or something where people read the Google searches about them. And Tom Cruise is reading it. You know, he peels away the thing. It says,
Yep.
"Can Tom Cruise fly a fighter jet?" And he's like, "Yes." And then he pulls out, "Can Tom Cruise fly a helicopter?"
Autocorrect?
And
Yeah.
he goes, "Yes, yes." I can." Can Tom Cruise hold his breath for 6 minutes? He's like, "Yes, yes." Can Tom? He's like, "Yeah, yes."
Yeah, I've done it. I've done
He
it.
just that's the whole thing. He's like, "Yes, yeah, I can do that."
I can't. and I will.
Does Tom Cruise drink the blood of
Yes.
I mean, no. He would laugh hysterically at him making a joke about drinking baby's blood because he would know what everyone was thinking and he'd just find it hilarious.
Yes.
I'm trolling everybody, you see. Look, we're gonna wrap up this episode, but first, Wyatt has brought a animation pick.
Yes.
Now, you want to intro before I go to the slide?
This is I would say this is a big step in the animation industry.
Okay.
Really solid, really established a lot of things, had a lot of elements that were really important to how stuff is done now.
Okay.
What are you saying for?
Here
So
it is.
I know what you're picking.
Prince of Egypt.
The animation was good.
It's
in
the
my
Prince
opinion.
of Egypt, audio listeners.
Yes, Prince of Egypt.
I think why the movie was so good, because the movie is a fantastic movie. It's for the cast, it's for the soundtrack, it's Hans Zimmer, and
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, it's got a great cast. So that's what made the film on top of the animation. Take the music away and take the cast away.
I'm talking about what it did for CG. They were just getting into CG around here, and if you're looking, you can see a lot of the slaves or a lot of the characters in the background are CG. Like they have a lot of dudes pulling the ropes for getting like the things built. A lot of those dudes are CG. The clouds in the beginning is CG. The blood is CG. The whole scene where he's on the hieroglyphs is like a flat CG. The water when he splits the Red Sea. Like probably that and the fire coming out of heaven, probably the two best visuals in this movie. But the reason the reason this had such a big impact was the CG, yes, but also it was the voice actors. It was one of the first big animated movies to have just an absolutely stacked cast, and it's kind of set the stage for, how animation is with hiring big names for
voice acting.
And this is Val Kilmer. We were talking about Top Gun. Val Kilmer plays Moses, and God.
Something that stood out to me because we watched it not long ago was the transition between for Ramses when he's kind of younger, or his I guess what they portray as his 20s before Moses goes into the desert, and then when he comes back, still Ramses' face, but I didn't ever notice. They just thickened him up a little bit and just enough to make him look older and to be in his 30s, 40s.
There's a lot of really good details in the movie, but this, for the next big movies that came out, they were all hiring big voice actors, especially after this movie.
Including Shrek.
Yeah. This...
So that's it.
That's Prince of Egypt. That's all I wanted to. I think it's a good one.
It is a good one.
One of the best.
It's going to be a high contender at the end of the season when we have to try to categorize these bad boys.
I think I could probably find some other ones, but as far as American animation, I think that's one of the big ones.
Don't forget, everybody, on Friday night at 10 p.m. on audio platforms, we have the Wiseworks Podcast Midnight Special. We don't have a video for it, but we do actually. It's on our Patreon. So if you're interested in video there, if not, check us out on Friday night at 10 p.m. to kick off the weekend with the Midnight Special. Thanks for listening. I wanted to just say, I had this thought just recently. Whenever we do a ranking system where we have to rank what's better, we fight hardcore. If we have to rank what's worse, we don't really fight that much.
No.
If we go negative, we don't fight that much. When we go better, super
It's because
Fists and moves are
we
thrown.
all have different opinions about different things.
Mm-hmm.
If we
You
like
know.
something, we get more passionate.
Right.
If we don't like something,
Yeah. And then I feel like you guys agree more than me with
Mm-mm.
things, so you guys are gonna agree on
I
something.
feel like
and
I
get
feel
left
like
out.
a lot of times you make non-points, and you're arguing for your opinion, not for fact. And you're like, I love this movie so much, that's why it should be.
No. I have logical reasons. You guys just don't agree with.
well,
them.
if you had to choose between belt
I
buckles,
think this is why this movie
Belt
had a
buckles?
big
like,
impact.
if you were to say there's two belt buckles, and they look almost the same, except one is just a tad bit like patinaed on it, just like a tiny bit, and it could be fake patina, you would be like, I prefer the patina. This is so much better than the other one.
I'm not into
For all of these crazy rules.
The ripped jean look. To be
I
honest,
said belt buckles.
I'm not into the fake.
You want a
ripped jean.
patina belt buckle?